The rain made a difference in the second half last night for the Packers and for the Lions. A 17-14 lead at the half by the Lions became a 35-17 deficit and final score as the Packers found balance and peace and harmony by getting the victory in their home opener 35-17 and erasing at least part of the memory of that 38-3 whitewash to start the season. Give me your first big picture reaction to what we saw last night.
Well, I think my big, back on track. First off, you mentioned the rain, the weather. That's why Green Bay's so hard to beat up there. It doesn't matter. Aaron Rodgers is not affected by the rain or the wind or the snow, so they're able to execute the offense at a really high level. But I think what we saw again last night was hey, a Packers team who got back to supreme execution, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I think that's what I took away. They just kept the pressure on the Lions all game long with just, for the most part, hey, we're going to be able to run the ball. We're going to call a screen at the right time. Rodgers is going to make some big throws. And their offense kept the pressure on the Lions to where the Lions' offense had to keep answering. And as we know, they couldn't keep pace. Even though the Packers' defense didn't look that great, Jared Goff and company are just not equipped to keep pace with Aaron Rodgers when he's rolling like that.
They're now 7-0 after a regular season loss under Matt LaFleur, which is no surprise. They were 13-3 and 13-3. You're not going to have back-to-back losses and go 13-3. You'd otherwise have to go 13-1 if you go 0-2 just like that. They've got 2 games coming up. We'll talk about that a little bit later that could become losses at the 49ers, at home against the Steelers, depending upon which Steelers team shows up, depending upon which Packers team shows up. And they get together once every 4 years. Usually a pretty good game between Green Bay and Pittsburgh. That is on the horizon. Chris, one thing I want to say while I'm thinking of it, and the rain really exacerbated the point. And every year around the Senior Bowl and the Scouting Combine, we get the report, like the Clarence Beeks crop report on the hand size of the quarterbacks.
Right.
And you hear, hand size doesn't mean anything. Well, when it's wet and it's raining and you're Jared Goff and you're Aaron Rodgers, hand size means something.
Yes.
Because Jared Goff has small hands, and we saw the ball squirt out of it.
Right.
And Aaron Rodgers has gigantic, freakish ET hands, even more freakish than yours. And it is best on display. I don't know if you've noticed this. The State Farm commercial where he's playing a guitar, either that thing is a ukulele or that dude's got the biggest hands I've ever seen.
No, yeah, they're the biggest hands I've ever seen. They're up there at least. I mean, yeah, you said I have gigantic hands. And putting my hands next to him when I was out there at that Lake Tahoe a few years ago, he had a whole nother knuckle on me. And that just the length of his fingers. Yeah, so size, of your hands, of course, that's why Brady was awesome in New England, right? Same type of conversation. Doesn't really get affected, or you have to grip the ball a certain way. Patrick Mahomes doesn't have great, giant hands, but he grips the really small part of the ball. He only puts one finger on the lace, and therefore he can control it even in the bad elements. But Goff, between small hands and then, I don't know how much if you could hear the game, but what Brian Greasy said with that long motion too, right? That's just a double whammy for the ball, to lose control of the ball squirt out of your hands at inopportune times. And you're right, it's a point that we gloss over a lot. But last night, Rodgers was still throwing lasers as it was still spitting rain out there.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.